is the smallest. You do have to look a little closely for it, and it's in his ears. So if you look at Cove, he has internal ears, so all you're going to see on him is a small hole or bump about an inch back from his eyes. But you will see on our sea lions later, they do have external ear flaps called external pinnae that are visible on the sides of their head. Now the second difference between seals and sea lions is in their front flippers. So a seal like Cove has very small front flippers. They're only about the size of a human hand, like he is showing off right now. Seals use those more for steering through the water, while they move their hind flippers in a back and forth motion called sculling. Seals can reach speeds of about 15 to 20 miles per hour. But sea lions have very large and powerful front flippers. Theirs are about the length of a human arm. They can use these to propel themselves through the water, reaching speeds of about 20 to 25 miles per hour. Now the third difference between seals and sea lions is definitely the easiest way to tell them apart, and it is how they move up here on land. So like Cove is going to demonstrate for us, seals spend their entire life on land on their stomachs. So anytime Cove wants to move somewhere, he's going to have to inch or scoot across the land like he was just showing off. Seals look a little bit like an overgrown caterpillar when they move. But you will see with our sea lions, they do have an adaptation called a rotating hip bone. So they are able to take their hind flippers, tuck them up underneath their bellies, and they can walk or even run very efficiently on land. Now there is a fourth difference between seals and sea lions that Cole can actually help us demonstrate today. A lot of people know what sea lions sound like. They're known for that great big sea lion bark that they have, but a lot of people don't really know what seals sound like. And seals communicate more in hisses and grunting noises, so they are softer than sea lions are. And Cove knows a really cool behavior where he can actually show off his unique vocalization for us. So we're going to turn up the microphone and see if Cove wants to show it off for us today.
Nope.
You're doing an excellent job with that. Can you guys all make a nice loud for Cove? You're doing a great job showing off his unique vocalization. I like to say it sounds a little bit like a garbage disposal when he makes his noise. But Cove did an excellent job showing off all of those differences between seals and sea lions. Can you guys all put your hands together for him? Very nicely done, Cove. Now, seals and sea lions are amazing animals because they're able to live both in the water and on land. They're very hydrodynamic and they have a lot of different unique adaptations that allow them to live in the water and on land. I'd like to highlight a few of those for you today with the help of Cove. So the first one is simply the shapes of their bodies. So if you look at Cove and use a little bit of your imagination, he is shaped a little bit like a torpedo, where he's bigger in the middle and smaller on the ends. This is what we call a hydrodynamic body shape. He is able to use that to cut through the water easily without wasting a lot of energy, like he is showing off while he collects those rings. Now another adaptation he has are those whiskers, and Cove did a great job collecting all three of those rings. Can you guys put your hands together for him? Very well done, Cove. Now another adaptation are those whiskers that he has on the sides of his face. And he used those too when he was collecting those rings. They have specialized nerve endings at the end called vibrissae that seals and sea lions can use to sense vibrations in the water. They can actually voluntarily extend and retract their whiskers, so if they're ever in any dark and murky waters, they can't really see what's going on around them, they can still use these to sense if there's any predators or prey nearby. Another adaptation they have is that they actually lack a clavicle bone. They have a few extra vertebrae in their spine. This allows them to bend themselves almost entirely in half, which really helps them out in the wild with making sharp turns to avoid their predators and find their prey. One final adaptation that all seals and sea lions have are simply their eyes. They both have very specialized vision to see both in the water and on land, but seals and sea lions actually are colorblind. So they do see their entire environment in shades of black, white, and gray. There is some research showing they may be able to see shades of blue as well. Now Cove is just swimming around in there right now, but he can still hear you, and he did an amazing job today. Can we put our hands together for Cove?